What's up YouTube? This is Kakorin TCG back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Spectral Duke, which is pretty much the thing I pulled the most for. And so there's a Gold Duke and there's a Shadow Duke, and I really prefer to play Golds over Shadows, so I decided to go over my Gold Duke list first. And so I'm playing the Grade 0 of Vortimer because you need to in order to get the right chain going. And then 9 crit and 4 heal. The reason why I'm playing 9 crit is I feel like this deck really benefits from draws, but Duke really benefits from crits. And being able to restand and pushing crits and killing those PGs early makes it a really strong option, so that's why I've opted for 9 crit and 4 heal. And the grade 1s, I fit in 3 self-damagers by cutting out the other tech options and lowering the count of my Dendrains because they will damage deny your Duke, they will damage deny your Azel, and it's gonna hurt as the Gold Duke player because you really need to hit your Azels and you really need to hit your Dukes when you need to, because you don't have retire, you don't have crazy Nemain plays and bad Barkara plays, you don't have that, and so you really need to abuse the fact that the Gold variant can make sure that you hit Limit Break on turn 3. So that's why I've opted to play 3 counts of the grade 1 self-damager. In the grade 2 slot, I didn't play any Vivians because I feel like the counterblast is too heavy for the deck, but instead I've opted to play 2 Trip, and I was able to also find space for the grade 2 self-damager. Adding the 3 and the 3 from both the grade 1 and 2 really makes hitting Limit Break super consistent for this deck, and while the numbers in the column building isn't the best, you're going to be restanding with Duke. That's the purpose of this deck, is to restand with Duke and then ride into Azel sometime later or finish them off with Duke. So I feel like playing the 6Ks and the 8Ks in the rear columns doesn't hurt the deck too much. Grade 3s, I'm playing 4 Azel. I don't have 4 Pelennor, and this rental cost is gonna kill me. So I'm playing 3 Pelly, and I'm playing a Mana Widen. But if you have a 4th Pelly, I would recommend you put the Pelennors on heals. This is because, yes, Duke is strong on its own and can kind of just push that extra damage, similar to how Pelennor would in a normal build. But also having the Pelennor, if you need to ride Azel or off of the Duke skill, can be really strong as well. And so I feel like having both options for aggression really puts this gold list over the top. And then, of course, for Duke, and then I'm teching in 1 Gigantic Destroyer because I like the art for this card, and being able to hit 12k on the Vanguard. While MLB isn't as popular, it's still a nice number to hit. It hits 11k bases and MLB after it gets its crit, so that's why I play that. This is my list. I really like it, but I will admit the Shadow variant is much stronger because they have the retire and they have a lot more options and they have a lot more draw power. So it really comes down to preference, but I do think that the Shadow variant is better. But let's get into some games. And here we are, looking for a game with my Gold Duke list. Let's see if I can make magic happen this game. It looks like I am fighting a Angel Feathers player. This should be a very interesting matchup. I am just missing the grade 1, so I'm going to dump these 2 and see if I can get it. No luck. Just more grade 3s and more grade 2s. I draw into what is looking to be a very spicy Morikawa hand. I'm going to go ahead and play my PG down. I will get this Vortimer here. And it's not looking super good for me here, so I'm going to just go ahead and pass. And let's see what the Angel Feather player does here. Okay, so they're gonna ride into the 8k base here, that 8k grade 1. They're definitely missing some no seals because they are playing Turiel. And looks like they're also playing the Ergo Deal line as well. So they hit my Lop-Ear Shooter. And let's see what I can get off this top deck. It's just a self-damager. Will be useful later for sure. Shouldn't be getting the skill off here. And definitely just because I missed a ride chain and I know I can refund that later, I'm just going to go ahead and try to push him to 2 here and really force him to play cards. No trigger, so I actually get the guaranteed second hit. 1, 2, and we're kind of off to the races here. Pretty decent hits for the Angel against the Angel Feather here, damaging a pony. Grade 1. They definitely can just kind of reach in and grab that again, so a little bit worried, but let's see what they do. So they have the grade 2 no seal. Pretty sure, yeah, they're gonna grab that pony. Pegasus. I think I call everything with a horse in this game a pony. It's a bad habit. Okay, and they're just gonna try to push 1 damage, keep it even here. There goes a grade 1. No seal there. And I lose a grade 1 Vortimer. Let's see what the top deck is. I do get a trip. So I'll go ahead and use the Vortimer skill, see if I can build a column. Get a gigantic destroyer, and I get the self-damager. This is an amazing top deck. Amazing top deck. And then I'm going to play this other self-damager here. And it's just really unfortunate that I put this behind the rear guard here. So I'm going to go to battle. I'm going to hit their grade 2. I'm going to swing with the Spectral Duke, see if I can get a crit here. I get a heal. I get the heal, I'm going to put the heal here, just in case. A double heal trigger, let's go. Just really healing out of all of the damage. I think I'm just going to go ahead here and push again. Those heals, while they were nice, they pushed me right out of the limit break skill. But I will be able to push my opponent to 4 right on time. The Vortimer, and I believe that Loppier is both going back in the damage, and I am sitting at no damage right now. So definitely interesting turn of events here. I'm going to go for the Curiel. It's definitely my preferred way to play Angel Feathers is with Curiel. And they're going to go ahead and use a skill. They're probably going to take out the self-damager so they can combo with Tyrael. Or at least that's what I would do. Let's see. They're actually going to go for the pony. And they put in a PG. Definitely liking the combo that's gonna happen here. Another grade 1. I think this is where they use the starter. Ergo Deal, an SP Ergo Deal. That's actually really nice. Making really, really big Pegasi. They're making big Pegasi in their rear columns. They have the grade 2 pony. And looks like they're ready to push damage on me again, so it is nice. They only have 1 of the grade 2s on board, so I'll be able to start burning those PGs this turn. Also glad they're not healing. I lose a Dendrain. Will they push me to 2? My opponent will be pushing me to 2 damage. That is my 3rd whiffed heal. I got 1 Pelennor chilling in the deck left. And let's see what I get. I get a Loppier here, so my board is pretty good. I'm actually going to hold the Azels right now. I'm just going to Riot Skip. I'm going to go ahead and play my Loppier Shooter on the rear column, and I'm going to go ahead and attack. So 1. I wouldn't be surprised if I hit a critical trigger here. I do not hit a single trigger here. My opponent does hit the draw trigger here though. It's going to save him yet another turn. So I'm going to go ahead and take out their rear guard. Definitely my opponent will be pushing me to limit break next turn. So I'll be able to do some cool limit break stuff. Let's see here. Okay, so they're just going to play grade 3s. No filtering, no nothing. And they're probably definitely just trying to dig for heals here. Wow, my opponent plays crits. So that's surprising. So I don't hit a second critical trigger, which is really good for me. I hadn't even noticed that they played crits, so it's a little bit of a surprise. I guess I'm at 5 now. And there goes Azel being a bro. And this play makes me think my opponent really has 3 PGs in their hand. I do not get a grade 1 to combo behind the Spectral Duke here, so I'm actually just going to opt for the Azel instead. Which I feel like should be able to do the job here. And let's test my opponent's luck here. I'm going to go ahead and play this trip because I want to refine Counterblast. And I can always go back into Duke, too, is also another important thing. So, let's get going. I'm going to go ahead and play this Lop-Ear Shooter, I think. Yeah, I think I'll play the Lop-Ear here. Go ahead and retire that grade 2, that grade 3. And I'm probably gonna dump my Azel for another card. I get it, another Lop-Ear, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get this column filled out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make one last call and see what I get. Nothing amazing, so I'm just gonna put this self-damager behind Vanguard, so if I want to use Spectral Duke next turn, I can do so. Okay, let's burn some PGs. Here we go. 1. 2. Wow, they really have it, don't they? 1, 2. And my Azel goes through. And there you have it. That's the game with Gold Duke.